Abby, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
Abby, I'm living the dream. What's up?
So I have a question. Well, I'm a bit in a predicament here.
Okay.
I have my annual yearly review tomorrow, and I know you flat out say, do not say I need a raise. Go in requesting doing a growth plan. However, I kind of feel I can't do that. A little bit of a background story. I was hired on, but this company fired me 2 years ago.
Okay.
And they called me back.
Okay.
They missed me.
Yeah, right.
And that felt great. But they did hire me on at a pay raise. And I've been dropping hints for the last 3-4 months. I'm like, is there anything else you want to give me? I'll be happy to help in any other way. I used to do more. I had more responsibilities before, and they were like, no, you're doing great. There's nothing else. And I'm just kind of like, well, how can I grow or how can I even request a pay raise in a sense if you're not giving me more work?
So do you feel like they've got you capped out in this current position?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And are there any other positions in the company that you're aware of that you got your eye on and you go, I think I would enjoy that?
No. And
so it sounds like, yeah, go ahead. Because I think this next statement you're about to make is going to tell me what I need to tell you. Go ahead.
So I don't love the work. I love the people. I love the company. It really hurt me when things went down the way they did, but I didn't blame them because I was at fault.
Okay.
However, I just started actively listening to both you and Christy, and I know I'm not doing what I love to do.
Good.
But I have a game plan.
Good.
I'm working on it.
Good.
But it's not in the industry at all, and I am completely in debt because I went following this.
Okay. So
following the norm, you could say, and now I'm just kind of like, I don't want to search for another job that I know I'll hate.
Okay.
Just because it pays more.
Got it. Well, that's your prerogative. To me, if I'm in a day job that I would ordinarily hate, but the job was allowing me to get out of debt so that I could then get qualified to do the thing that I know I want to do, then I would adjust my attitude. I'm not trying to tell you to do that. So you have two options in my mind. What's that?
I was in a job I absolutely hated. It was toxic.
I get it. So I don't want you to be in a toxic environment. What I'm saying is you have two options right now. You stay where you are, okay, until you get out of debt and you need more money, so you work a second job. So you stay where you are, where you like the people, and they've given you a second chance, and they give you a second chance at a pay raise. So wonderful. So if it's more income, how do we make more income? If you can't make more income where you are, then you need to add a second job or a weekend job or Uber at night or whatever. That's one option. The second option is you go look for something else out there that you don't have to hate and doesn't have to be toxic, but it is just another day job where you are making significantly more money if you feel you're qualified to do that. That's just where you sit right now, because getting out of debt faster is going to allow you to get qualified to do the thing that you want to do, correct? The work you love.
Correct.
Okay, then. So it's a mindset issue. It's a hustle issue.
Okay.
It's not forever. But it just you have to ask yourself, what am I willing to do to speed my timeline up?
Yeah. And I guess it's frustrating because I do want to.
Of course it is.
I do want to do more work. I love the company. I want to help out in any way I can, but
Yeah, but here's the thing. All that's great, but you need more money, because more money means you get out of debt faster, right? What's your payoff time right now? If everything stays the same, when do you anticipate being out of debt?
About 2024.
Okay, how much
the side jobs.
How much debt do you have right now?
About $113,000.
What does that consist of?
Student loans, the majority, credit card debt, and the car loan.
Okay. How much is the car worth?
The car is worth, I checked it this morning, $19,000, but I have $9,000 left.
Oh, okay. normally I would say I'm always looking to knock a big chunk out by selling a car. But you've only got 9,000 left and you're going to need a car. I wouldn't sell it in this case because you're going to have a really good car and you're going to knock that out. I think it's just hustle, hustle, hustle. And I think it's make more money, better money. All these little side hustles, maybe you look at those and go, what if I cut down on one or two of those, but I made more in another gig? I just think that's your focus right now. And then you go get qualified. 2024 will be here before you know it. I mean, 2022 is knocking on the door right now. I don't want you to be discouraged, but I do understand why you are and why you're impatient. But guess what? That's part of the deal. But you will get there. And think about how sweet it's going to be when you get there debt-free and you do what you know you were born to do. You got this, Abby. Don't you dare quit. You got two options. But I would try to go make more money somewhere else or some better side jobs or whatever. I'd be looking for the best opportunity right now to make as much money as possible. See, that's a different goal. We know what the dream is. We know how to get there. So it's how can we accelerate this have to so we can get to the want to, and then let me also just, I'm going to park it right here for a second because I want to remind, we have so many people that are coming in and out of the show and I want to remind you who you're listening to for a second. I was 33 when I really got clear that it was going to be a shift from politics to broadcasting. Problem is I didn't have any training, no degree in it, very little connections that I knew of at the time, and zero experience. I also had some student loan debt, a wife, and 3 kids. And it took me 7 years for a really good break. 3 more years of paying my dues within that opportunity to step into the dream job. So understand that your journey may not take 10 years. I'm not suggesting that it will. What I am saying is I know what it feels like when you see this mountaintop. You see this desired future and it is shiny and the music is there and it's lovely. And you want it so bad you can taste it, but you go, I can't have it. And it's so frustrating. And I would remind you that in those moments that you feel frustrated and desperate and down, think of that desired future and ask yourself, is it worth it to stay with it to get there? And what will it feel like if you never get there because you just quit on the hardness of the journey? It's called perspective. It's called perspective. You got to get it. I mean, you got an alternative. Either I struggle, I sacrifice, and I get there, or I shut down the struggle. I shut down the sacrifice. But in return, I never get to the destination. I never experience that desired future. To me, that's as simple as it gets. Those 2 alternatives. And then keep going. Don't you dare quit. It's always worth it.